Good day, everyone! Welcome to CEVAS. Today, we will study something that we use every day. We will talk about the basic parts of a sentence, commonly known as the subject and predicate. I am sure you are already familiar with them, but take a few minutes to watch this video for more interesting knowledge about them. In order to have a complete sentence, it must contain two parts, a subject and a predicate. Every sentence has a subject and predicate, or it will not be considered as a complete sentence. What is a subject? The subject is what or whom the sentence is about. It is the person or thing that is doing the action or the main focus of the sentence. What is a predicate? The predicate tells something about the subject. It is the part that contains the action done by the subject. How will we determine the subject and predicate in a sentence? To determine the subject of a sentence, first, separate the verb and then make a question by placing who or what. The answer will be the subject. The audience clapped after the performance. The verb in the above sentence is clapped. Who or what clapped? The audience did. In other words, the audience is the subject of the sentence. The predicate, which always includes the verb, goes on to relate something about the subject. What about the audience? It clapped after the performance. This is our predicate in a sentence. If we are still unfamiliar with how the subject and predicate work in a sentence, let me give a few ideas on how we can easily identify them. Most of the time, the subject comes at the beginning of a sentence, in which case it is very easy to identify. The subject of a sentence includes the noun or pronoun along with all the words that describe it. For example, Anna is walking. Anna is the noun in a sentence located at the beginning. This makes Anna as the subject. How about the predicate? These are some tips on how you can spot them. The predicate of a sentence is based on a simple predicate, which is the verb. All the other words in the predicate tell more about the subject, and some of the words can describe the verb. Interesting. Now, how can we tell the difference between the subject and the predicate? One way to remember the difference between the two is that the subject will be a noun or pronoun. The predicate will contain a verb in addition to a possible modifier. Moving on, we will now explain an example of subject in command sentence. Let us keep in mind that not all subjects and predicate can be easily identified. Sometimes, the subject and predicate of a sentence is not clear. This is especially the case when you have a command like the example we have here. Do your homework. In this case, the subject of a sentence is not clear. We can notice that there is no obvious person or thing doing their homework. But for most commands, the subject is already understood, and most of the time, the subject is the implied you. Now, let us proceed with predicate example in command sentence. In a command sentence, the whole sentence is usually the predicate. Do your homework. For this example, do your homework is the predicate. The subject, the implied you, has no influence on the rest of the sentence. So there we go. We have successfully discussed the subject and predicate. It is important that we take some time to learn and understand the basic parts of a sentence for us to become more aware of the different elements of grammar. If you want to know more about basic English grammar, just visit our website www.cevasphilippines.com.